Well, happy Tuesday, everyone, and happy Nurses Week too. It's Nurse Appreciation Week, so hey, I think we all know one, right? You know, if not, go thank one. Get sick and go to the hospital and thank one of them, or all of them, really, if you can. They're wonderful people, wonderful creatures. I married one many moons ago, but we are winding down today. So come on in, take a sip, right? Let's wind down. And today I've got a Demati. This is a Negro Amaro Merlot. And I got to tell you, this is a substantial bottle. This thing is big. And it even says here on it too, 1 litro. So it's a whole liter in this thing. And from what I can tell on the nose, which is your typical cassis and some spice, like tobacco maybe vanilla. You know, I always have a hard time with those two. But it is just, this just makes me want a steak. This is fabulous. It's got a high tannins, but it's well balanced. It's creamy, if you will. And it's such a deep red that you're not going to see anything through it, much less your watch or a newspaper. But, man, is it good. And I might drink this whole bottle tonight. I might. I mean, I'm going to, yes. Okay, so we have a Justin Werfel. I mean, I'm assuming it's a German name, and I'm just saying it German. Justin Werfel. Maybe it's just Werfel. I'm not sure, but I think it's Werfel. And edited by Joel Fagliano. It's a Tuesday. Tuesdays aren't typically all that tricky, so maybe we'll get something like that. But I tell you what, I've had a few in the past that were absolutely bananas. So we're going to see what we're going to get here. Let's jump into this grid. Okay, really feels yesterday's workout say. Lee Blank, Republican political strategist of the 1980s, and I do believe that's Lee Atwater. I was one of those kids that watched C-SPAN and listened to Larry King. I was horrible to my teachers because I had a lot of questions. I think I was referred to once by either one of my parents or one of my teachers as an insufferable little intellectual and then expletive. You can get away with that in the 80s. So let's see, we got going down here, like Easter Island. Well, I mean, I would imagine it is Chilean. So what do we got here? Some of our staffers. Speaking of our nurses, they'll hold your halters. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this fake. Really feels yesterday's workout. I'm thinking eggs. And show appreciation to maybe thank. And door-to-door salesman in a classic Arthur Miller play, and that's Willie Loman. Willie Loman. A great two-act play, I think. Yeah, just 2 acts, I think. Height, probably LT. Sign up for the Army. Looks like we're going to enlist. Summer tops are probably T's. Singer Kit is Eartha. And capital of Zambia, and this is it Lusaka? I'm pretty good with my geography, but I don't know if I've spelt that correctly. I don't know if it's a U or an O or what here. Let's see. Schools with campuses in Amherst and Dartmouth. Okay, so that's the University of Massachusetts. So it is a U. New York City, home to Matisse-les-Dents, and that is the MoMA. I've not been to the MoMA. I've not been to New York, which is a tragedy, really. But one day I'll go, and I'll go to the MoMA. So now I was not aware that Matisse's Les Dents was at the MoMA, but I'm assuming that's what the answer is going to be if it's 4 letters long, and I have an O and an M in the middle, right? So shift, maybe move, I don't know. Caesar or Cicero, and that would be a Roman, perhaps. Whom a Salvation Army volunteer might dress as. I'm thinking Santa Claus. We had Santa suit yesterday, didn't we? I mean, we had some Santa suit stuff going on there. This might be move, but I'm not sure about High IQ Society. Mensa. Use mate is a ram, but what is this? Hold your horses, mighty. Avast? That's lost on me. Okay. Field in Silicon Valley, maybe tech, and this isn't the easiest Tuesday. Oh, very funny. Ha ha. Got it. That ship has sailed, bucko. I've heard that before. Once or twice. Remember this. Opposite of none, maybe all. And deep fried Mexican snack. Looks like it's going to be a chalupa. Features of deer stalker hats. I guess these are ear laps. I thought they were maybe ear flaps. I don't know. Don't know about this one. In good spirits. Happy? And cartoonist off. So Sid. Dejected expression. I'm sad. Remember the Alamo. Don't forget the Alamo. There's no basement in the Alamo. Scolds, maybe chides. Victor Hugo character who works at Notre Dame, and this is Quasimodo. English majors unite. Roadies load. He's probably hauling it out. You wacky beetles. Pointer, maybe the tip. A tip. Japanese dog breed is an Akita. Bring before a judge, say, haul in or up. Micronesian nation, so I think this is Palau. And that makes this hauling up to the judge, I think, if I got Palau right. I mean, it's going to be so embarrassing, especially if I accidentally act a little too quick and confident with my answers and I'm wrong. That's always the worst. I'm just saying right now, I don't really know for sure any of this stuff, because you don't really know what's going on in the construction half the time, right? It could be like a clue that's, meant to kind of throw you off or whatever. I don't know. So this is my best guess. So if I ever come across this too, I'm not deep down on the inside. Okay, so dilemma, we got a Q, something we're going to go with a U and an N and a D-A-R-Y. And it would be a quandary. Terminus is probably an end. And material for checkered pajamas. And I think this would be flannel. And oleaginous is oily. Eco-friendly, maybe? And poet Edna. St. Vincent Millay. Nick Cage's co-star Moonstruck. Wow, Cher. Have not seen her in there for a while. Greeted someone from a distance, maybe waved hi. Hi. Deplorable, awful, and B related prefix AP. I was once in Las Cruces, New Mexico, with my commanding officer. Was it the Colonel? We'll just call him Colonel Greg. We were in Las Cruces on the side every morning, going to the farmer's market, and I ran into a New Mexico State University Aggie who was selling honey from her bees. And I said to her, "So you're an apiarist, huh?" And she said, "Oh, no, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ." Okay, got it. Wasn't at all what I was talking about, but okay, leave it alone. Novellas to conditioned dogs to salivate. Well, see, this is Ivan Pavlov. I remember that from Psychology 101. The cruelest month per T.S. Eliot. Now, this I know, but again, I think, oh yeah, sure, it's April, but what if it was a twist of something? You still never want to get too cocky with it. Charles Wilson, is it Peel? George Washington portraitist. I can't remember how to spell it. Really what it is. Marbled beef or blue cheese. Had it in my head this could be veiny, but I don't even know if that's right. Very basic stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, lie. Lie's very basic stuff. Weapon for a joust, maybe a lance. A lance. Member of an old Peruvian empire would be Inca. Gymnast Corbett. Olga. And yes, that was Peel. And sounds familiar or performs an action associated with 16, 23, 35, and 47 across. Maybe rings a bell. Perhaps. Let's go up here. Let's get this stuff done. Company that has engaged in trademark battles over the letter I. And I think that would be Apple. The I to everything. Specialties of the Kalamata region. There should be olives. Some of my favorites in the world. Am I the problem? Is it me? I need to work on me. It's not you. It's me. Pale shade of gray would be ash. Greets with a claim. That L down there tells me this might be heralds. And so, what do we got here? Golden retirees. Girls. Sound of enlightenment, maybe aha. Okay. Remedy for swelling, perhaps an eye bag. Yeah, perhaps. Golden agers, maybe. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Like New Zealand vis-a-vis New Jersey by population. Now, what kind of clue is this? I mean, that... Oh, very unpopular, perhaps hated. Don't want to ever be there. Burned slightly. I guess they're going for char here, but when I think of a char, I'm not thinking of a slight burn. So I'm sure that's exactly what it means, you know, and by definition. But when I think of a char, I think of something that I've done that's ruined the steak. Sporty, so unless you char it just right, so it's still red in the middle. Sporty sort of like an athlete, and then Spanish for she is Asia. How do we do, Bob? Outstanding. Not a bad Tuesday. It's 10:19. We did our fair share of jaw jacking, but for those of you who love the ASMR value, I'm sure that that's just good stuff. But do enjoy your day. Do something kind for someone around you. Be nice to the people in front of you. And if you go through a drive-thru, leave the change for the person behind you, right? So just little things like that, or actually just buy their order, right? You know, it's not an expensive thing to do. You'd be surprised at how good it'll make you feel afterwards. So do it for purely selfish reasons. Be nice, right? And anyway, so enjoy your wine today. Wind down, enjoy your puzzles and your grids, and remember we're about to be launching a few videos in a separate series on this channel. We're going to call it Inside the Solver's Studio. And I think we're going to just be talking about grid work and how to work your way, logic your way through the grid the way I do. Because I can only speak to the way I solve and the way I started and where I've gotten where I'm at now. And I think that will be helpful. I've had a few people suggest this to me. And one fellow wrote me a very kind note the other day in the comments and suggested it as well. So, yes, I'm happy to get that going pretty soon. So expect that here in the next few days. And also thinking about putting together a study guide that you can kind of keep on your phone in a PDF form. I don't know where we'll be able to upload it or just store it so that you can have it. Maybe you'll have to just email me and then I'll just send you a copy. I'm not sure. But yeah, I have some stuff that we can maybe do to help get through some of these grids a little bit better and get you a little bit faster and, you know, a little bit more confident as you get more competence, you know, in this really crazy grid chasing scheme we call crosswording. Anyway, have a wonderful day, all right? And until I see you again for tomorrow's Wednesday grid, okay, tengas uno lindo dias. Masalamati shalom. Arrivederci, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Annyeonghaseyo, tambiet, and hengaplan. Cheers. Take care.